carrying on here, I did notice the head is goofy. If I put the parallel, it means that the head is too far forward. I need the head to be back a little bit. We'll get to that, but yeah, put it down here. Let's do this to remind me. It's got to be back. And back means I can push this in a little bit more and give me more brim in the back. Okay, I got out this back to this page here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put in this part, and then we're going to do some of this. And the pants should be done. Should is my favorite word. Okay, let's put that up there more room for my tools. This up here. And chisels. Where's my chisels? Well, I'll use this one here. Oh, it's right in front of me. My smaller one right there. No wonder I couldn't see it. That's my excuse. I couldn't see it. I like to kind of bring this in if I can. And then I want to get my V on it. There we go. That's better. That's better. And we'll probably have to do some detailing. Later on this, or cleaning up actually is what I'm trying to say. I hate it when it just doesn't come out. Here's my smaller number 11 will help push that out. Oops. All right. That's just going to be good enough for now. Okay, like I said, we're going to do from the inside out. Oops. Inside out and down. And it does come a little bit this way. The cuts come this way a bit, but it does come around it over here. And we're going to get some round tools in there. It's hard to get in there. So I'm going to get some round tools in there. So take a larger, well, let's do the back first. And you got to show some type of wrinkles to bring it alive, even if it's a caricature, or you're saying, oh, it's just a caricature. It's just, you still want, put some dents. We'll put some dents in here. Going to give that the, let's say the bell bottom look or something. It still drapes down. All right, there's a lot of undercut in there. Oh, I think I went backwards, didn't I? Whoops, I went backwards. Supposed to put, I went backwards, didn't I? Out and down. That's what it should have done. Oops. Well, I'm going to use that as cleanup here. Now, don't mind a lot of this and that, but generally, let's get this tool here. No, let's get what was the one I just had right here? The small round. Put a little bit of roundness to it. I think this we screwed up here. We'll fix it here. Okay, now I'm good with the pants for now. Let's move up to the shirt. Oops, I want to do something like this. Round tips, I'm sorry about that. Rounder tips. All right. Now the thing that I'm seeing an issue here, I mean the hands are too big. We're going to do the hands and along with the arms, but the thing is it's getting too wider here, and wondering if this is the time for us to do our collar, put our collars in. And if I put the collars in, I think the rest might be a little easier. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. Clean this up first. Now the hair is going to make that collar in the back disappear. All right. When I do the collar, first I want to prep for it. Get it clean. Pencil. Is I want to begin with I clean this a little bit here, pardon me. And I noticed that the mustache is way off. I'll have to do some with that mustache. Now the thing here is I am going to find the shoulders first, because I do need to bring this down. And I think it's going to lower the, no, it's not going to lower the shoulder. It might a little bit when you clean it up. So we're still prepping for the collar. All right, here's what I want to do. Look at this collar. Usually I like to start with the, see how from here it goes up and then down. I want the up part first. And the up part is going to go all the way to here. I want the up part. All the way to here. Now what's going to happen is, then the down part is going to be here. It's going to come out here, and here, and here. And the wood is kind of uneven here to put pencil marks in. I might be able to get that in there. Now, like I said, this is the down, the inside is the down part. So this mark is the up part. This goes down. Ooh, jeez. Almost bent the knife. Same with on this side. It goes down from here. Oops. Now we're starting to show a little bit of neck. A little bit of neck. Because this is in. This is in. This is down. Oops. Now, where are my round tools? Now that we're seeing some of the neck, it looks more realistic or much better. Now I was thinking, since I want to carve a little sharper, where is my drake? Right here. Let's see if that's going to help. Yes, it is. Because I was just thinking, I think I might have to go sharpen my knife. Okay, that took care of help the collar. And the neck, the inside collar and the neck. I mean, I don't want to make the neck a little larger, any larger than this. Okay. Therefore, if that's the inside, I'll definitely need some cleaning up after. And go in and get my knife sharpened. Now we'll come back to that. Oh, I want to clean it up. Okay, where's my V? Now I want to pencil this in. This came in, pencil this in better. This can mostly down like this, and mostly came in and come down. There, that's better. Except this is going to be here. Now let's bring that back in. Chisel. V tool. Where are you? Oh my god, there it is. Now we're going to do on this side, which means the shoulder is going to be dropped down a little bit more. I think maybe we could get back here. There. That's got to go in. This has got to go in. And now, let's see if my drake can do the job here. Drake, yeah. I had to think about it for a second. Bringing the shoulders in, or down actually. These shoulders should, this part should go back. Should go back. Let's take the knife to this. All right, now, gotta be careful here. We got the suspender. We're gonna take most of that collar. Oh, should have paid attention to that. So this collar is going to disappear. This is going to, where's my V? There he is. Okay. Where's my V? I just had my V. Clean this up here. Okay, now we're going to take our knife and just kind of, you know, this, since that's got a dent, let's put this one here. And we want to put a twist to it, so we want to put almost all the way down and almost all the way up. And what's going to happen is, there is a little undercutting here. See how that brings that out? But I think I better stop on that. See how dark the nice shade gets in there. And then you adjust from there. And then, like I said, this is the top, and this goes in. I can get it straight to just, I put in there and it just clucks. This here. Take some of that off in there. Then you got this comes at an angle here. Uh-oh, just cracked into it. Yeah, I goofed up. For detailing later. But everything is on this side goes in. Everything on the other side of that bump goes out. Okay. What I was thinking is oh, what am I doing? I didn't want to put a tie in there. This needs to be some sharpening happening too. There's my knife here, this knife. Oh boy. Fix the tape a little more. Not as bad. This comes down. Oh, I wish I'd have kept that up. I screwed up. Oh, that's going to be up in here. Oh, that is already up in here there. Okay. Okay, getting there. Let's put the other suspenders in. Oh. I'm going to commit to it here. Oh, careful we don't get to that collar. Now it's starting to look much better now. Interesting, I had that under the collar here. Why couldn't I put it under the collar here? Well, let's fix that then. Well, duh. There, that's better. Except I did cut that. I like that better, actually. Oops. Oops. The slippage, oh. Does that happen here? There. Bring this over here. You know, it is just getting there. Right, continuing on, I want to do the arms. And the problem I see here is that that legs are either generally larger, if not, worst case, the same size as the arms. You got this, he's very muscular, so, and he's got this, but you can see the arms, even the biceps of this very strong gentleman here is much thinner than his legs. Same with on this side, the front. So I am going to take my little measuring device here. I'd say about here. Okay, that's about right. A little bit of zooming in. And so all I have to do is kind of round these. I'm going to shrink it just a little bit, but I need to take my pencil, and this is, like I said, this is the widest part. And I want it to narrow as we go. Now I want to go as far back as this because I want more forearm. And I want it to go in. Oh, yeah. And then I want this to come up a little bit here. So this goes away. And then this goes away. And I'll round that a little better. But in here, kind of the same difference. Like I said, absolutely. I mean, I could probably make it much less than this. And then I want it to shrink. Look at that, holy smokes. And I want that to come up here. That hand is really big too. We're gonna do something about that hand. It's a good thing I just put the pencil marks in. So let's start, I want to start with my drake here. And just get to be cutting down some of this. Get this shrinkage going. And the cleaning up. And I want, well, when I do the suspenders, I'll be taking more of that off then. I want to take this off. Right here. And then I want to round this much better than this. Much rounder. All right. Come back here. Now I don't want to pry too much on it. Just want to cut straight down like a hot knife through butter. Try to get that all out of there. Now we shrunk it quite a bit. And we want to take this off. And I think we may even go to a newer level, especially with the forearm, because I have goofed up a little bit on the forearm on this, and here that elbow should have gone out. All right. Now that hand is going to be much smaller, but I want that hand to come straight out. It's got to come straight out. So let me take my knife and kind of round this and see how much more we might need to take off. And it is kind of important to learn how to fix things on the fly. And the thing that's very interesting, I'll have to come back to this. This might need to be rounded here. So, V-tool, where are you? V-tool right here. Gonna dig in there a little bit to start the rounding process of that. And it just kind of tells me I think I'm going to have to go even deeper. I mean, let's take a look at his, even his leg. Like I said, this is a much bigger thing here, and I think we'll be kind of all right. I think if I want to take it down just a skosh more here. An extra skosh. As if I were to trim this, that would help make this arm a little shorter. There, like I said, I did kind of goof up on this arm. I did make that a bit shorter, but this has to come in more. Like I said, the elbow is sticking out. Oops, wrong way. See, here, I'll put this up just a little bit. And again, if I were to clean this up just a little bit, that may help take the illusion off. Illusion of the screw up. All right, so let's kind of clean up a little bit here. In other words, making this start to get this round. We could start by putting in the rest of the suspenders. Put that suspender in there. don't hit that collar. Okay, I want to bring that suspenders out. Well, out, and I don't know if I got too deep. I may have gotten too deep here, but let's see if my drag will do a little better here. On the inside. Arching the back a little bit. Make sure that back is arched, as we are still taking some off of the top of the back. I'm going to take some of this off. Good to just shrink the arms a little more. I wonder what happened there. All right, maybe a little more up here, a little bit here. Okay, oops, let's round this a little bit. Where is my, there it is. V-tool. V-tool here. And yeah, I don't know what happened here. I guess I got a little too aggressive on this. Right here got too aggressive here. Oops. I mean, I don't mind having the suspenders out a bit. Add a little extra character. And down here, and it just, we're on the right track. We just got a lot of cleaning up to do. Wow. I'm gonna have to get my visor on this. Get my visor on that. But other than the cleanup, the back is pretty well done with any major adjustments. I think it's down to the minors after I get the strap in. And like I said, there is quite a bit of cleaning up to do on this. Get around it a little bit. Well, I'll come back to that later. I want to keep going on the major elements. So all you have to do is just pick. Now, I I still feel very uncomfortable. I'm going to start with this arm here, because this arm and hand here is because it's going to be the smaller of the two. And so I want to make that one as the prime hand. I want to keep something there, hopefully get that. Keep that thumb there. Now let's erase. Yeah, put that those marks on just to make sure that we don't get carried away with. Now, this is my sort of my, I want to say, teaching method via the YouTube here, is just to teach how to come up with your own stuff, make your own adjustments. I mean, if you are one who had it up to here with the regular patterns that you see every day, and want something new, or do something that is yours. Yeah, that hit me along the way about 10-ish years ago, even more than that. I just got sick and tired of just doing other people's patterns. And that's why I started coming up with my own stuff. And it takes one step at a, you look at somebody else's, and if you could just change that a little this way and a little that way, and that's how you learn to be creative. Now I want to take this part off here. See, when you turn like this, it's coming out, and it turns a little bit. Oops, careful, I was about ready to, I like to clean that. Trying to get the impression that he does have that up. So, since we got the thumb, or something of the thumb, therefore we can cut a little bit of this back. Bend this a little bit. Pencil. Because this would be the forearm, so our forearm, the forefinger. I think in just a little more of this. But let's bring that up a bit. And bring this in. So it's in the hand more. There we go. I want this. So it's in the hand. See how the spinner goes a little bit that way? Because I still want it to go in the hand. But I still want a fist. Well, the fingers are inside So therefore, I'm going to start here and here. Now with that, I want to begin working with this hand a bit. And now this hand is still going to have the thumb, but the four fingers, it's almost, I think we can still keep it. Because the hand is going to be down when he's holding on to a stick. There's my feed tool. I want to get a little more rounded this way. Take a little bit of that off, just a little bit. I don't want to turn it too much. And I think I'll leave that. But what I want to do is enough in here, right there, like that. And I'm using the fins or the blade of the V tool to help. And I would keep working at that to get, I want to be careful I don't snap this through. Careful. Snap that off in there. And just enough to give a little thing to put a stick on. And I'll probably come back in again, maybe especially with a chisel. After I get everything else straightened out. I think I'll go in a little, need to go in a little more. Where is my small, oh, there's a small 9. He's been kind of sitting around for a while. Let him do something. There we go. So like I don't have a stick with me. Well, there's a pencil. Oh, well, the pencil almost gets in there. So there's that for now. So that fits. Okay, we're moving right along here, and I want to do is what I want to start with is working with the hands and get that settled, and settle with any other things we're going to put. Of course, put some buttons in, and the opening in. Now the hands, like I said, I'm pretty well. Where's my V tool? pretty good with, pretty happy with this. Like I said, I think those are both fine. Knife. Let me finish rounding this. Putting the planes in. And this is going to be, the tips are going to be, will disappear. So all we got is just this here. And I'm thinking, let's move in a piece. A bit there, will that help? Now, again, when I zoom in, sometimes I don't pay attention. Oops. Don't pay attention to the leg of the tripod either. Like I said, like I've mentioned before, I got this sort of a boom style tripod. So it goes, so it's got this arm that goes, so this thing can be put right in my face, literally. So you are seeing exactly what I'm seeing, except when it leaves the screen, of course. All right, I'll start with the middle finger, or the middle cut. Gives me a last chance to make sure I got everything else in line. Usually I start with that, start with the V. Then let's do our 10%, 10 degree one way, just to put a little shadow between the fingers. This way, this way. Careful you don't break that, because I think we're all right. I broke that off. And with that, I want to, actually, I think it is bad. You know, that is a bad cut. Why? Because that's the middle finger. That's the longest finger. Let's go in. So we're going in. And this is going in. I think we'll still be kind of all right, because I think when you got like this, yeah, you still have one finger is longer than the next. So let's do one of these. Oops, hopefully we don't hit the shirt. That's roundies. And again, when it comes to doing our cleanup here, we'll take all of these marks off. Now I do want to take a little bit off of this, off the pinky, but like I said, I want to keep some of that. Hopefully we kept some of that. Oops. And again, we're getting into the picking out here, picking out here. Round this a little more. And we do have our thumb. Let us be mindful of the thumb. That's in there. I just do want to turn the thumb a little bit so it's going in underneath. In underneath. And that's, now when we start doing a little more of the final detailing, I'll just kind of get started on the rougher detail, is we want to lift that suspender. Now we got the hands are touching. Again, we'll be doing some more with the hands. I just want to go around it And bring this suspender a little bit in there. Don't you just hate that? You cut and then those little boogers always hang along. Now this has to be a little farther down. And it's all a matter of rounding. Put a little one of these, not too deep. You know, where that's sort of this part here. And like I said, we're going to do a little, be careful, a little bit of lifting here. And I think it's better if we did this with the visor so we can see what we're doing. Get out of there. Lift this. And we could be, we're all right with this because the shirt being baggy will kind of come up and cover that. Okay, again, I want to stop there to move on. And that comes in any other detailing that needs to take place. I'll do that during the cleanup, but at least we've got what we want. Started there. Now with this hand, he is just like I said, he's got a stick. Now I just chose all kinds of sticks. I got like a 3/16 dowel. I don't know if that's enough. Put it on the side. I got, the matter of fact, I've done one, I think it's 3/4, or was, because I remember, or I don't remember, I just found this. I think I had another stick and kind of brought it down. Or, okay, here is a larger stick, but you wouldn't use a stick this big, but what you can do is put all kinds of dents in it, kind of make it like a shillelagh. He's from the Irish Brigade now. Or go outside and pick a nice stick like this. Or find a nice metal, silverish metal, if you wanted to have a metal cane. So let's move along here and cut this. And I do see here, I got, oh, I took away my sharpener now. Let's do a little bit of this. This is from, I believe this is from Flex Cut. Like I said, if you go to the Facebook of the International Association with Woodcarvers, in which we meet every Saturday, the Zoom page, and they had a gentleman from Flex Cut come out, and he talked a little bit about this. I like this. I like this. I don't know what this was. I tried to ask him. It's like a soaked piece of wood or something. Or they did a piece of wood with something, and I found out the hard way is what you do is you got to lay that flat. Because what I've been doing before was doing this kind of a thing, and that's why it was tearing apart. Anyway, moving along. Let's see, I think it'd be best if I put my reading skepticals on. Now I can see what we're doing. Oh, there he is. All right, now with this hand here, I want to adjust. Hold on a second. Let me do some adjustments here. so I don't have to keep banging. Sorry about that. Now, I'm trying to judge the length of the finger here because remember, half the fingers are missing. So therefore, at least, it's going to be at least twice, if not 2.5 times longer. So we're still okay. I'll just stick with what we've got here. But of course, when we get into the fingers, we'll be shortening. Now we've got to be careful because the ring finger, of course, on mine, I don't know if it is the same with yours, is the second longest, not the index. Something like that. Now, before I do that, I want to do just a tad bit more digging. I'm going to get my little micro tool out and just a little more digging, and hopefully not break those fingers. I don't want to break those fingers. And I can go pretty deep and go deep this way, get that kind of cleaned out. And I do carefully take the knife and take that much off there. Okay. Now let's move along. I want to say relatively okay with the shape of the wrist, except what's going to happen here is that thumb's got to go way down. There we go. And we'll come back and do that later. And the thumb, not only does it go down, but it goes down this way. Let me get to my Drake. Where's my Drake? Flat number 2-ish. And because I want to carefully bring that thumb down like that. I've been noticing that a lot of carvers, especially when they're teaching, is they use a lot of chisels, more chisels than the knife, and that's what I've been kind of getting more into lately, is using chisels. Now I want to carefully. How do I want to do this? Where's my V again? Where did it just appear to? Oh, right there. No wonder I couldn't see it. If I did this first, do the fingers first, I got to bring this over just a little bit. Just a little bit, so. I'm going to V right here. V here. And V here. Bring this down. Get in there. All right. Now I'm going to see if this will work. Like I said, I'm going to see if that's going to be good enough to. Now I think it's good enough here, but I'm a little nervous using it here. I'll take some chips at a time. Because when it comes to fingers, it's kind of sometimes they're very brittle and easy to snap off, but especially when you got a knife and you're bearing down on it. Oh, there's a little bit of saw marks left. I just want to take the saw marks. I'm not really shrinking it or anything like that. Careful, you don't split the wood. Careful you don't take the tip off. Careful, let's get rid of the little boogers there. You know what? I see that slash there. And that slash reminds me, I forgot to put pockets in. We're going to put some pockets in him later on, but let's finish the hand and we'll come back to it. Maybe just a little deeper. I'm going to go this way so I don't go to the tip and break the tip off like I did. Oh, but you know what? I have to. Now, be careful. Don't break the tip off. No tip. Again, to the cleaning. When we get to the cleaning. Because what I want to do is just relax his hand a little bit. So this is going to come, oh, careful. Oh, shoot, careful. Because it's the way that the grain is. I can't go up this way, then I'll really lose the finger. So we're just relaxing the hand a little bit more. Because of the bend. Then we'll play with the tips. Oh, this is going to be hard. Careful. I'm going to go inside here just a little bit. I mean, it'll disappear. I just want to bring it around so you can, when you look at it, or look at it on the side, you still rounded these off. Now, I'm not going to put any fingernails on. You can if you want. Same thing here with this little or you can take a small round tool. Let's do that too. To both of these, I'll take a small round tool. That's better. And I'm going to basically leave it there. Around that, there we go. And leave that there. Like I said, I'm going to quickly put pockets in this. Probably close to where we got that there. that wasn't a clean cut. Then one of these, and just a little bit of this. One of these. Now we could, now we got the back is kind of buried. I mean, maybe put some like you probably might have a little bit of room if you want like half a pocket or something. Okay, moving along. Like I said, we'll clean it up a little later. Now, make sure that the shirt front is clean because I am going to put buttons in. Well, let's do this. All right. Nice and clean. Like I said, I want to do an extra, put some shadow in this. Same with on this side. Let's get that as clean as we can. Okay, here's what we can do. We'll put our center line in. And I would like to put the buttons in before you put, this is just a center line. And the buttons, here, let's see, it's like, can we see any of these guys' buttons? Because it does, now I see it flaps to the right, or to our right, his left. See, there's that flap that's open, so there's some buttons there. And there should be buttons in the center. Oh, unless he's got one of those shirts that have the buttons are on the inside, and then a little flap that makes the buttons disappear. So I want to start with one here. And I want to start with one about here. Are we still on? And I want to start one in the dead center. And then one in between. So 5 is good. It's an odd number. All right, there's so many ways we can do these buttons. The one that I have been doing and taught was that small number 9 again. I don't want to use the other. Oh, let's see if my micro could do the job. Let me start with this one. And what you do, and turn, turn, And I got off kilter here. I got off. Let me try to put it back on track. And I don't think I can. Now sometimes you can use the same tool to begin the digging out process. If you want to, there's another style of buttons. It's just simply making holes and shoving a dowel in and then cutting the dowel off so it's just barely coming. Do I have my, let's see, do I have my, yeah, I guess the detail knife is out here somewhere. It's in the boot somewhere. Well, I'll use this one instead. Now that, like I said, that is one way to do a button. And what you're seeing here, what I'm doing now is another way of doing a button, which is what we're going to do. Take that off of there, the pencil mark off of there. Take some of this off. Let's try it with this one here. Now I want to cut away from the button, but keep turning because you don't want to break the tip of that knife. I'm thinking this, yeah, the one with the using the chisel, the person who taught that, I think it was at Gerald Sears. I took his class, and I think, I mean, he could take it and zip it around, and there's one, and zip it around, and there's another, and how he can do that. And it's like anything else that if you know, if you do it a million times, it just take a second. I just want to take a little bit of the pencil mark off. Whoop, go the right direction. 2 out of 3. Now, we could like either turn this off and do this later, but I'd rather get this kind of finished. Cutting away. Let's start with this gate, cutting away. Oops, I think I went a little too far. Make sure you keep turning because you don't want to hurt that tip. Now this one here I kind of left for last because this is going to be a pain because the head is in the way. And this is what we're going to do is just come straight down. Now I like to have, that's why, oops. I had the button high up there because I want it to be to make sure that he's connected up there. Like I said, I'll go deeper later. Right now I just want to get going. Even there, that needs cleaning up. Now the other thing I could use is, where is my small? Well, let's see if this will work. Trying different weighs, I think this might be, this is my number 9. Number 9 about 5, 6, 7 mil. If you hear any extra sounds, it's because my cat jumped up again and she's cleaning herself. You know, cleaning her paws, not the pooper area that they always like to do in front of you. Clean. And now she's turning around and she is making herself comfortable on that open wrinkles book. Now it's pretty dirty here. It's pretty like I said, I just want to get at least to the point where we can put them in and we can always clean it later. Then we want, let me see, like I said, it flaps to his right. So it goes here. Something like this, like the button is pulling. V. Now when I V, I'm going to start in the middle here. Again, I would turn away from the flap and flatten the left side while the right side is up. Like this. And then we come down here, I want to get more wider, like it's open a little bit there. Knife. Like straight down, or maybe a little bit of undercut. I like to add a little bit of three-dimensionality to that. Yeah, she is just, no, she's still licking. Well, now she's licking the poo-poo area there. Jeez, get out of there. Especially since I got to keep my eye on this, I don't want to slip. You know, the reason why I'm saying that we'll do the little details or the cleaning up later is because I just don't want to waste your time with me watching me stick the tip in and taking this little booger out here and this little booger out here, and I'm sure you can kind of figure out how to get rid of them. Oh, where is my brush? Right here. So that's kind of basically that with the button. I want to do one little thing with the collar, is this here, since this has gone up like this, I want to make sure that this is right. And maybe with a little bit of twist, I don't want to take any of the top part off. And I don't want to take any of the bottom. Well, maybe some of the bottom if it's sticking up. But I want a nice twist. A nice twist up. And then I want, since we got the height, the tall part, is I just want to put this little extra, take this little extra V out here, a little extra. And that's what lifts the collar a little bit more. First we clean this. And again, more cleaning and see that collar there. And I think we're done with the collar other than still more cleaning up. All right. Like I said, everything's got to be cleaned up. Oh, one more thing is I want to put this little dent in. Those little folds. Let's clean this up a little bit. Now we got this fold here. On his side. We'll still have more adjustments here yet. Got fold on this side. Take that out of there. It's one of these. Comes from outside down. Inside up, I don't know. Oops, now we're getting, well here if I flip this back this way, now we're gonna go this way. That's the same thing. Let me get out of there. Now I want to take my small round. Again, it's my number 11, about a 2, 3. Put some roundness to it. Some depth to it too. I do want to take my V tool and cut in this a little more. I want some more, some more down. Yeah, there we go. A little more down. Bigger shadow that separates the arm from the shirt, from the rest of the shirt. There we go, that's better. And it depends on what you want to put in here. Usually you can take your knife and, because remember, this is a baggy shirt. Now watch the way the grain goes. And a little bit here, next one there, the next one there. Same with then. Oh, we were going to put some cuffs in, weren't we? Yes, we were. Let's put some cuffs in. Separate that some more. Separate this some more. And put a dent here. Okay, so I put some nice dents in the shirt area here. Oh, same with on this side. Sorry, I almost forgot. Where's my round tool? Knife. Put a little extra dent here. Watch the grain. Oops. You can do the same with the shirt. Put some dents in, but I won't right now. Well, get out of there. Where is my... Where'd the brush go? Is it in front of me? I can't see it. Oh, here. Put some cuffs in. Now I showed you how to do the button. Button is usually underneath here. If you want to paint it in, I'm not going to put an extra button in. Actually here it's a little too far underneath. Now, the thing I forgot to mention is I'm turning the chisel away from the cuff. And I go straight up because I'm going to show you what happens at the cuff. Two things happen at the cuff. One thing we might want to clean this a little bit, but make this more rounded. This is rounded. And that's what we want to do, is round that, and then we want to open that a little bit. Now this will be sort of an undercut here to bring the cuff up. Let's bring this a little bit of oomph here. So the cuff, so you can see the shadow inside. Same with here. Turn it in a little bit. Or any other extra cleaning that's got to be done. Again, more in the detail. Take this marks off. Now again, kind of a in cut. Oh, I'm going to take too much off. Again, get underneath. And put some extra dents in there. Again, we'll clean it later. Okay, there's quite a bit of odds and ends here and there. Maybe put some knuckles in the finger. Some here's and there's. But I am thinking we're ready to move on to the head. The thumb a little bit looks too mechanical. Bend this way. There. Okay. Now we'll start doing the head. I guess we're ready to move on to the head and so on. Okay, let's carry on to the face. And like I said, the face is tilted a little bit. I've noticed that the mustache is a little weird. But I'm glad I gave extra wood from the mustache, because this is going to have to come down a little bit this way. Let me take that. Let's do that first. Because what I really want to do now with that mustache is take all of this off. This can't get it off of there. The pencil marks, so I won't. Then we could start from scratch on this with the pencils. This will bow down a little bit more. My V will help. Oops, careful, careful. I may have cut too far. I think I may have cut too deep here. Well, maybe not. Like I said, the jawline, so we're probably okay. It's right, should be right here. Let's see if our smaller rounds will help out here. There we go. It does a little bit. Because the neck got pretty thin here, it's going to probably stay pretty thin. Same with in this direction here. Something's not right here. There we go. All right. Moving along. So we got back here. The jawline should be about here. See, this one's got more on this side. Oops. So we're going to have to play with that. And what I want to do, before I cut this off, let's add a little more. So we're going to take off some on the other side, but add some on this side. Now getting back to the ear with the jawline, I think we still need a little bit more of this off in there. Let's get our round tool again. Hopefully help us out a little bit. Now at the bottom here, just a little bit up and down. Clean that out of there. Whereas I think the other side is good. Just a little bit off here. I think we're getting there. But what we need is one of these. V is going to have to do that. Interesting, as this goes down, where does that come to an end? That will have to come to an end right here. I think we still can use this tool here. Again, it's going to get back to some of the pickings. All this wasting almost time with taking these little boogers off that are supposed to disappear. Now the difference is this: we got this mustache is separate from that. Okay, so we got this extra here. All right. So I need some smoothing. I finished this. So it's a matter of kind of going back and forth. Now be careful with this, because I was hoping to put that goatee in, because his lip is going to be here, and that goatee. How did I have him? Oh, he has like a. Make sure that is going in the correct direction. Just a little bit of this in here. We're really not going to put too much of a mouth in. And let's bring that out. Yeah, if you go upside down, the mustache's back. It's not. I think we still take some of it off. Yeah, there we go. That'll help. Take a little bit of that. pencil off of there. Now we really got something to work with here. Yeah, that mustache is not right. That helps. Along with that. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. Get that with the pickings, I guess. Let's get back with the cheek, but that cheek is not. Yeah, it's just you cut it and then not all of it gets out of there. Yeah, something's not right here. Jawline comes out. Like I said, a lot of cleaning up. Made it worse. This one here, get in here. Yeah, I could see that this side here is much different than the other side. Could be because of the shadow. Yeah, the nose is too. Well, let's bring this one more good cut this way. Raise this cheekbone a little bit. And we're starting to get there. There we go. He's starting to get there. We got a lot of chopping away. The nose is still a bit cockeyed. Keep adjusting here and adjusting there. kind of sways to the left. Still sways to the left. Cut here. Cut. All right. Now, let's straighten out the hair on the side of the face is called sideburns here. Angle like this. Now it depends on how shaggy you want this thing. Here, let's take a look at theirs. Theirs is almost non-existent. A nice clean cut. The other thing that I want to do, let's start with the forehead and come over to the other side of the sideburn. All right, I want to bring the sideburns up a little bit. What do these gents have? Hardly any whatsoever. I'll bring it up to this much here. That ear tucked in better. All right. I mean, we're getting there. It's like I said, adjustments here and there. I want to get, and there's quite a bit of cleaning that's got to be done. But what I want to do is get to those ears. I think the reason why this, let me get to this, is kind of bugging me. If that helped. I think it did. I think it's helping now. Okay, again, this is bugging me. Let me, oh, that's where that chip came from. Alrighty. Let me bring this up. I neglected to do that. I'm trying to get to the ear, but every time I see something else, it like bugs me in. There, that's a little better. Again, we're gonna do the detailing cleaning up later. Here. And to here. I'm going to really bring this down now. It'll still be a big ear. Usually I start off with the enormous ears, and then I work my way down. I mean, it's still going to be huge ears, even at this angle, or this size. That is huge ears. But he's supposed to have huge ears because he's an older gentleman. And it's supposed to come up and to the eyebrow. One of these. There. I still want to bring it back a little bit. I don't want to pin it back a little bit. I don't want to look like Dumbo or anything like that. And because of that, we lost the cone here. Getting there. Okay, I want to put the little, right at the eye, that little thing. Give or take, but if it's give or take, might as well go to the eye because you know where it is. Straight down, straight down, scoop up, scoop down. Hopefully it'll pop out. Back over here, about half of that is straight down. That's ready to come out. And it's beyond the past here because that's the hearing hole right there. And round this a bit. Clean that up here a little bit. Or let's take now my ears are very simple. You can always add more. And I'm going to V around. V around. All right, swing it over. Yeah, we got a bit to take off here, here. Let's take that off first. All right. And he's still a little too Dumbo-like. Oop, I buried the tip. And that kind of snaps that out of there. Okay. the other one. I think it's just one more swipe. There. Now again, I want to kind of start the cone a little bit. Oh, that sideburn, that's bugging me. Same with the other side, yeah, that's a little bit. And here. Alrighty. Pencil, like where the eyeball is. It's give or take, but I just go straight to the, might as well just do it by the eyeball. Now it's starting to turn. Now I have done these, oh my goodness, I've done all my videos, I've done ears a billion times. That's why I'm not, I mean, it's almost like the assumption that you've seen my ears just by watching, I suppose, but I'm going to take half that out, but go deeper, goes twice as deep as it is well on the surface. Get my V. Oh boy, that's getting kind of sloppy. All right, let's look at those eyes. I can either paint them in, but I'll put some in. Where are my little round too, the medium rounds? There's my tiny round. Yeah. One more oomph in the tear duct area to bring this more rounded this way. One more oomph. All right. Let's bring that back. His head is tilted. 4-line will tell us what to do. Oh, do I have my mechanical? Yes, I do. My mechanical pencil because it's more sharper. And I want to do this. Just a little bit of this right here. There, that helps some. So with my mechanical, I'll put a mark here, put a mark here. Whereas this will go here. I think this is going to have to go in. This might have to go in because I have practically. Now I want, he's got little slit eyes here. I want to start with the smaller eyes. Now, where is my detailing knife? I really need it now. I'll have to go locate it and be right back. Okay, I found my knife on the floor. Let's get this out here. I'm putting the visor on, so I hope I can do both at the same time. I can from here, I want this to be just, see if I'm here to here, here, to here. And I'm going to look, and I want to do the same thing on this side. Here to here. And here to here. I'm going to push down a little hard here. 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 Now I'm on back. Let's get that out of there. Maybe a bit deeper. Same. There's a little booger in there. Flip it. What's that? Get that. Get out of there. Okay, we could come here and start to round it, making sure that the bottom is deeper, because we want this higher, because the eyeball is actually right here. That's where the iris is going to be, or the pupil, pardon me, is right there. So there we want to round that way. And then deeper. I'm having a feeling this eye is a little larger than the other eye, and that's okay, because technically speaking, you look at somebody, one eye is bigger than the other. Not the eyeball, but let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks in the camera. I can't tell. I'm that close, it's unfocused. I'll just widen this just by a little bit to help the other eye. I think that's pretty decent. That eye is a little longer. So I think we can, like I said, we won't play with it too much. One eye is larger than the other. That's the way it goes. Now I want to take out a little bit of this. Not only pencil mark, but and again, it helps the three-dimensionality, because you should see the eyeball on the side on a profile. Same with on this side, because you're still bringing this towards the roundness of the eyeball you just created. Oh, we're going to do the whole head there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Now, same with the inside. I want a small, where's my really small? Number 11. Two things. You're taking the pencil mark out, number 1, but we're making that a little deeper the way it should be. Number 2. I think I neglect to come up then the nose here, there. Just a little bit there. Now let's get to the profile. Let's get that nose back. Oops, there's a little bit because I sharpened that knife. Now I think I can take my visor off. And every time I use my visor, I use my regular glasses. Put my reading glasses on. And let's get to fixing here. I just want to straighten this out a little bit. Because there'll be lots more taken off of the forehead a little later here. Now I want to get the upper eye. Ooh, let me get towards my, that eye looks kind of a little buggy. There we go. Yeah, he does look a little bug-eyed here. Oh, get some of that dust in there, some of that chips got it. Yeah, well, widening this eye, I think I widened it too much, but I'm going to keep it there for now. Okay, now I want to reach for my I only use my little V tool for such a thing. Where are you here? You're right here. My flex cut. Tiny. Straighten this out a little bit here. That's fine. Oh my goodness. It's like something got into my voice box there. So I'm going to have to do this silently or with loud coughs. Now we're getting there we go. Now we bring the, oops, slipped, because we always want to keep it in motion. Now you can either leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that because usually Santas I would take and go a little deeper. I don't think I want to do that. You can if you want, because it's a little small and I think it's pretty deep enough. Now, one of the things that I've used in the past for the forehead was using a round tool, and I think we can get away with the round. I'm going to use the knife instead of the round tool to put the eyebrow bones in. Just a little bit here. Way. And there, and there. And in. Is that going to pop out? Good. I didn't pry, I was just testing to see if it was popping out. And on this side. And I get the eyebrow bone. One of the things I've been doing is a little sharper. That's one of the things that I've learned from some of the classes that I took. Dave and Kevin Applegate, Ryan Olson, International Wood Carving, no. Uh-oh, what's the carving school? Carving Academy. Wood Carving Academy, I know you get it. And that's where all those will be found through Zoom. And it's really interesting how you can get you don't have to travel. Even after COVID is done, I mean, we're, in this era, COVID is almost done. I got my first shot. My second shot will be, probably by the time this comes out, it'll be second shot and done. And I think, I mean, hopefully that they're going to stay doing lots of zooming. Now I just want to put just a little bit of bend here, just a little for the bottom, for the eye lid on the bottom. Just, you can take a chisel, a round chisel. And you know, I think we should, because he's an older guy, you know, I think we should. At least we got it started. And I'm just gonna go along like that. Yeah, we should. Like I said, this is my number 11, about 3 mil. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Just a little more clean in here. Now I want to bend this up a little bit, cut some of this out, because I don't want him to be mad or angry or like he's thinking he's like I said, he's in the process of getting his picture taken. Here's what he's doing. Oh, for heaven's sakes, get out of there. Is that the eye? Or it looks like, I guess it was the eye. I thought it was, that's why it looks so buggy-eyed. I thought there was another piece in there. I think I better be careful, I'm going to lose it if I keep playing with it. This here. Well, more pickings later. Right now, to be moving along. Where is my small? I'm going to put this in. This will be the first of the hair, because I'm going to put this away. Because I'm going to do the hair now. I think I got that a little too up instead of over. I guess when you get a little older, you get a little bushier. Yeah. So I put him away. All right, the hair. I'll leave the hair as it is. Now these guys are really clean cut. So I can always take away, but I'd rather go the other way around. I'll take some of it off. And by looking at the back here, I could see what I did wrong was one more step on the ear. As soon as I get over, I'm going to get over there. As soon as I take this off, a nice cut. Put that back in. What I forgot to do with the ear is to do a undercut. So it brings the cone out, the ear cone out. Same with back here, same with this one. Hair on me there. Still on me. Okay, so he looks pretty decent from the back. Curl up a little bit there. Maybe a little extra cleaning here. Ow! You know, these gloves are good for cut, but they're not good for poke. That happens all the time when I bring this around and poke. Okay, I'm still doing some more pickings here that I really should. I'm going to get into as much as I can. So then when I'm done, because we are getting close to finishing up here. And so I want that in like that. This is more of a ducktail. Now the last is, not the last, but as far as the head, is the hair. So let's do a little bit of this. I'm going to do, maybe do this the same as what most of the other character carvers do, is just using the number 11. But I don't know. I like to take, if you've seen all my Santa videos, I like to take and use the knife first. But and I still like it. I mean, when I do my Santas, I always do the knife. In fact, we can even, well, we'll just use the chisels. Okay, now let's use a smaller chisel. I'm just going to bring it around a little bit and go over what you didn't go over and go over a little differently. Oh, I forgot a little over here. How about over here? Now the thing is, I gotta clean this up here a bit. Is that this is gonna come to about here. Where are you? Is that what I did? Yeah. Where it separates the ear. All right. Continue. Now take the knife and clean up what I did up here. Now this is going to come up a little bit more here. I think I screwed up on the what do you call that? Where's my V? Where's my V? Fix this a little bit here. There. That didn't help too much, but again, there is so much picking going on here. And the main reason why there's so much picking is that I'm just trying to shove this entire piece into like a 2 to 3 hours tops. Now let's finish with the hat. Now the thing I did notice how the hat is off center. And so I'll be needing to do, oops. So it pulls back a little bit. And I need to pull in a little bit on this side. That's a good thing is that then that brim is going to come out a little better. Where are my tools? My large number 11. I did a lot of digging with the other tools, but here is more of a cleanup. This is more of a cleanup, last detailing kind of a thing. A little deeper. Come close to the brim. I see a little bit of saw mark there. Like I want that smooth now. Now I am not going to put the GAR, or I'm gonna paint it on, but I am not going to cut it on or anything like that. Or this needs more cutting off here. And where is my number here? Number 11. Let's take one, not last look, but another look. I think we're doing okay. A little bit, just to take a little bit of roundness here. Smoothness. Just a little bit. While I'm here, let's erase. Take off any more. Uh-oh, I have to get a round tool in there. There we get. Just putting the roundness to it. Now speaking of the roundness, I don't want this to be too sharp. Just enough to, there we go. Take the sharpness off that. Even, I still got to make this a little more rounder. That's a little better. And by golly gee whiz, unless you can see anything other than pickings, I think we're done with the majors. Oh, let's put some hair in the mustache and all. Geez, I ain't gonna leave you with that. Excuse me, geez. Let's put a little bit of, oh, it's gotta go this way. I feel it breaking. There we go. There we go. Go right down. Just get it underneath. And with a goatee, just gonna make it kind of hairy. Hairy. Now the side burns, like I said, some are not existent, and I think it does kind of go back a little bit. And you can take some of that off if you want. When I'm gonna, I guess it's gonna, which way? It goes this way. Oops. Here. Okay, now do I think I got everything except the pickings? I'll come back to it if, and I'll tell you about it if I forgotten or but there we are for now. When I come back, it'll be all done picking. And there he is, the GAR, being 99 and 44 to 100% done. See how it is so far. We'll be back. And now we're finished with Mr. GAR. He's ready to take his picture and then get into the GAR parade, GAR parade, the Grand Army of the Republic. I haven't chosen a stick for him. I was wondering, I was kind of taking a bigger stick and make it into a diamond willow. You know, the diamond willow, and it goes this way and kind of that way, and put the diamonds in. That'd be kind of an interesting stick for him. But there he is. Maybe a little more cleaning up here and again. He's ready to take a bath. And there you are. Mr. GAR.